Hello, I'm Dr. Glenn, resident veterinarian for Vet and Pet Direct, talking today about probiotics for horses. Probiotics, massive topic, lots and lots of research over the last 20-30 years about the microbiome for horses as a hind gut fermenter. Bacteria and yeast balance in the gut is massively important for their health and immune system status. Horses, unfortunately, very inclined to get gastrointestinal upsets, including ulcers and colic, which can be disastrous for them. So there's been lots of research and lots of time put into probiotic support for horses. Probably the two very important indications for horses are newborn foals establishing a good amount of the good bacteria and yeast in the gut and helping to prevent foal diarrhea and foal immune system problems. And the other thing is performance horses that are fed potentially diets that are less than ideal for optimum gut health, just because of the amount of carbohydrates that are fed to high performance and sometimes breeding horses. So when we're looking at the gut function of horses, obviously bacteria and yeast massively important because of the amount of fermentation that goes on in that large bowel. Probiotics are amounts of specific organisms that are there, that are the good bacteria and the good yeast, to try and take up the spots on the bowel that are the potential avenue for bad bacteria to get in there. Salmonella or E. coli in particular can be devastating for both foals and also adult horses. Probiotics are one way to increase the level of those good bacteria and good yeast in the gut. Prebiotics are the food source for those bacteria and yeast. Other species, we're more intent on giving prebiotics. Sometimes horses' diet should contain lots of soluble fibre. That's what they're designed to eat. They're designed to eat roughage and grasses. We run into problems with horses when we're feeding high grain concentrate diets, high concentrate diets, and potentially less fibre sources, and that really tips the gut bacteria potentially into an unfavourable side of overgrowths. When we're looking at prebiotics and probiotics for horses, probiotics wise, ProNature, which used to be called Protexin, is probably our most widely sold product. There's different ways of giving the ProNature. You've got powders and water solubles and liquids, and also the paste, so different administration for different people depending on how you like to give it. The Dynavyte, it's a single bacterial source, one of the soil-borne organisms, and there's also some prebiotics in there, some kelp extract and some humates that feed the potential good bacteria. The Oralx is another paste form. It's got 4 different bacterial strains in it. The ProNature's got 7 different bacterial organisms in there. So it really comes down to probiotics can only give a set amount of bacteria. They're in really, really high numbers. They need to get through the strong acid environment of the stomach to get to the small intestine and the large bowel. And the large bowel, where they have probably most of their effect. The main problem with horses being hind gut fermenters, too much carbohydrate, you get this lactic acid build-up in the large bowel, and that can cause colonic ulcers and ulcers further down. Probiotics can't probably do a great deal about the stomach acid and the stomach ulcer situation in horses because it is in such an acidic environment. But probiotics still certainly important for gut health and overall immune system status, and particularly for diarrhea prevention in foals. Thanks, guys.